One. Let's get it coming to you with no further ado, live and direct. Yes, indeed, is another live episode of No Cap Live. As it says on my tee, you know what it is. It's KC and Coach P. And we bringing it to you live and direct. No Cap TV. With the Q&As, questions and answers. You got questions, we got answers. We also got questions. We was talking off camera as we usually do and got some doozies of questions that we will answer and then hopefully get some questions from the audience as well. Remember, we want to get up to at least 30 people in that chat so we can start doing these free giveaways. Welcome to another live episode of No Cap Live. What's up with my partner, man?
What's happening? Man, listen, we're gonna come in like this today.
This is playing Keith.
You better know it. Dedicated.
Yo, Keith. Okay.
Bring it back with some old school dual committee.
Oh yeah.
That
Let's kick it AGE.
Kicking age. Come on, man.
Kicking AGE.
Who was harder than age back then, though? Who was harder? Who was the hardest out of 3 times crazy? Age.
It depends on what vibe you was going for, but I mean, a lot of people will lyrically probably say AGE. Now, if you say who lyrically was from the Bay or from the town or wherever you want to say, lyrically could compete with AGE, you got to throw Yuck in there. You got to throw
you
Yuck.
talking about as a whole? I was talking about out of 3 times.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I was saying like if you say out of 3 times, you got to pick your vibe is what I'm saying. What type of vibe? They all had a different vibe when it came to them. Because Keek had that type of vibe that make you want to just do some type of shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Keek was more of a he ride the beat, but he was more. I don't want to say it like that, but he was more like town business.
Keek was more animated. Age just was gonna come and give you some straight.
More animated from a point of view of a nigga from the town is what I'm saying. Like he was you know what I mean? AGE was more of a bar, like bars.
My favorite rapper used to be Drew Down and Keek the Sneak. Mm-hmm. I had just went to Santa Rita one time, and I think Drew was in. I didn't see Drew. I just seen when he had wrote his name on the shit. But Keek, I was in the same dorm with Keek, and that nigga came downstairs, and the nigga came down, and he was talking to this nigga named Kels, and the nigga he was like, "Hey, blood, I just roasted," and the nigga was like, "My favorite goddamn rapper up in this mother. I'm damn near a fan of this Keek, nigga." Yeah. Then the nigga came to the BBs, and the niggas who we kicked it with was his cousin. He was like, "Oh, y'all niggas kick it with my square ass cousin E." Like, God damn, what you call a nigga?
He's talking about E. And he definitely wasn't no square, and he definitely was
man. But hey, do a committee, man. Keek came with that. All right, cool. Like,
wait, what the fuck is Eric's last name? Eric,
you thinking about this other one? I'm talking about dark skin. E used to be in the BBs. Used to be at the I don't know.
Yeah, with the big ass hands.
Yeah.
That was his cousin. I know. That's how we used to get all the music. We used to get the music before it was released because he had the music fresh out the studio. My brother, I know my brother know his name. God damn it. But anyway, everybody knows.
She say, "Kick that." She was like, "Nah, baby girl, I want to freak you too." So, hey, come on with it, man. What's up, man? Welcome in, man. We here, man. Now, Sunday.
As far as bars go, from the town, AGE back then, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I would say you got to put. If you're gonna say who could compete
Yuck,
or
Yuck
who
had to be up there. Yuck
you
was
got to put Yuck up there.
Yeah.
And then Rapping Ron and then Dilly Dog.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else that got on Yuck CD when Yuck came with that regime.
What was Rapping
Uh,
Ron and them
Rapping
thing
Ron
called?
and Short
And it was Rapping Ron and
and
the
Banks,
Dangerous Crew. Dangerous
the
Crew.
Dangerous Crew. Yep.
Yeah.
But I was talking about what's this nigga from Kansas City, Tech Nine.
Oh, Tech Nine.
Remember when that
Yeah, he
nigga
used to
got
be
on
on a
that?
lot of Yuck. He used to be on a lot of Yuck songs.
It's deleted. Pop pop, this shit's deleted. Pop pop, this shit's deleted. Pop pop, and when you need it, as long as this rap shit sells, these niggas with figures, we gonna keep making the bomb bells. Pop
Yeah.
pop. Hey, come on, man. Delinquents used to go crazy too.
Who?
Delinquents.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking delinquents when I was saying everybody
Mm.
else. I was definitely thinking
Delinquent shit.
delinquents too.
Old school the coop. Hey, the
Yeah.
coop. Remember when Coop said, I got a
Title.
mirror in my practice in now.
Title.
Yeah. What's my other one? Saddle? Who was Cobra? Ain't that nigga name? I don't know. Anything Drew Down was on, nigga. I was when I'm
Oh,
riding,
Cuzzo. What was Cuzzo name?
I'm sliding
They used to put the
in a
compilations out.
town. Sick
The
with compilations?
the compilations. No, not the sequel. That's Foley and them.
No, no, no,
Girls
no.
from the town. They used to put the compilations out. What's his name? Mr. Ill.
With
Mr.
who?
Ill. Was them the compilations? What was them compilations called?
Was
Mr.
that
Ill
Juice?
had.
Did they have Juice on there?
I don't know. I think
No,
Mr.
no.
Ill. Yeah, it was Mr. Ill. He had the compilations. He
Boom,
had the. I forgot what they was called
mm,
though.
Who was that? When that nigga had that guitar on there, that shit was like boom, 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 boom. Damn, what's that? Don't worry about it. That shit used to
Anyway.
slap though. Yeah, man. Hey, man, we came up with some good. Hammer had some good lyrics too, nigga, because you can't touch this.
Yeah, no, for sure. For
Hey,
sure.
hey, before we even go, Pete, I heard a question today. My cousin sent me a thing on a little thing on Instagram,
Hmm.
and when she sent it, I'm gonna tell you what it said, and then I want you to give me your response. Dude said, "Nah, I ain't gay." Right? He said, "I went to my
Best
homeboy
rookie
party."
selling jersey since fathers.
Shador,
What?
yes, he is. Yes, and he outplayed Dylan Gabriel, and Dylan Gabriel throwing shots at him, and
Well,
Dylan
we'll get into
Gabriel
that.
throwing
What you were
shots.
saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah. But
just saw the
anyway,
comment.
dude went to the he went his homeboy invited him to a party.
Yeah.
They had the strippers. He said the strippers wasn't hitting on nothing, right?
Hmm.
He said so. His homeboy said, "Hey, bro, I want you to meet somebody." Introduced him to this dude named Rodney, I guess,
Hmm.
right? So I don't know why he introduced him, but anyway, him and Rodney start talking. They chilling and shit, and Rodney tell him, "Hey, I'm a transgender. I used to be a woman who changed into a man."
Hmm.
And he was like, at the time, start going. Al Nasir Muhammad, what's going on, Muhammad? He was like, as I transitioned, he was like, dude, transition. He said him and Rodney started talking more,
Hmm.
right? And he say as they start drinking and chopping it up more, Rodney starts showing them all the pictures from what he looked
Hmm.
like when he was a woman,
Hmm.
right? And said he said even Rodney was even showing him pictures of him squirting when he was a woman. And he said to Rodney, "You can still do that?" And Rodney said, "I still have all the parts to do it." You know what I'm saying? So he said him and Rodney slides off. He say he got Rodney in the bathroom killing Rodney.
Oh my God.
He say his partners bust in on him with the video camera and said, "We knew you was gay." Now, my question to you is this: is he gay or not gay? Category B, please. Which one is it, P?
um, that's a wild story. You got that from where?
Instagram. That she just sent me that today.
I
Nigger.
don't.
You see that?
No, we don't see that. Let's. We're gonna just go ahead and do that right there. Don't worry about it.
You
All
blocked
right.
him.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And anyway, that's a wild story. You know, when you was telling that story, what came to mind, you ever watch Joe and Jada?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. You was reminding me of you the Fat Joe right now. You got all the wild stories. you got you got you got all the wild stories. But yeah, so I that's a wild story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess to answer the wild question is no. That's a woman. It's a woman.
That's what I said. But come on.
I'm saying that's a woman. That's a woman. It's a woman. You can't technically do nothing. That's a woman. So
Mm. Hey,
yeah.
the
That
Marble King continue. George Floyd. Hey, listen here, partner.
don't
You
even
got a blocker?
respond to
Okay, because I like, listen, don't come on our
that.
platform, sitting on our platform trying to be nasty and negative with your little rude ass comments, partner.
Don't
If you're
even
gonna
worry,
hide your
man.
face, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you ain't gonna address it and meet a person face to face and say something, to come up off the platform with it, partner. We don't condone violence, and we ain't over here trying to spread no
But
negativity.
we'll beat
Take
your
your
motherfucker.
right. So take your punk ass to another platform and go do something with your life, pimp. This ain't it.
Man, that shit
Now we gonna
is a
leave you alone,
non-factor.
clown ass nigga. I mean, clown ass person. Now, but I agree
Ain't
with you, P.
nobody
But
worried about it.
like I say, man, it's a woman. I would agree. You ain't fruity. But if dude didn't made herself look like a dude, I don't even know why you would put yourself in that position anyway. But I seen the picture of her when she was a woman. Hey, P, bulky. Bulky. I
That's probably what
understood.
he saw.
I understood. I understood. Like if this, mm. You ever seen Jan's different?
Ooh,
Right. I'll send it to you. Like, don't worry about it. You'll see.
okay.
Yeah. But anyway, that was that story. I just
Uh,
wanted to share a little wild ass story with you.
that was a wild ass story. You were reminding me of Fat Joe in that moment of sharing that story. 'Cause
Hey, I was gonna
Fat
send
Joe
it to you.
almost said Wild Joe. Fat Joe always got wild stories.
I
Um,
was gonna send it to you.
how about them Raiders?
How about them Raiders? Where's C Bell at? Where's
I
C
know you
Bell
got
at?
something to say about them
Where's C
Raiders.
Bell at? And I know he gonna say something slick. C Bell, if you in here, get in here. I know you're gonna say something slick with the Bushes. Y'all barely won. Barely.
You talking about the
Barely.
Battle of the Bay?
That little field goal they just did at the last second at 59.
Yeah.
Hey, we gonna be hey P. We gonna be nice, bro. We gonna be nasty. Our offense is gonna go crazy. Our defense is gonna go. All right. Hey, I'm gonna leave that P. I
You
ain't gonna
do
say
do the Raiders make the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs this year?
it's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. We can. I think we can slide in the wild card. I think we can slide in the wild card. It's very possible,
I think
but
it's
it's
possible too. I think there's a possibility
he
that the
said
Raiders
barely,
could.
barely. Hold on, what you mean barely? What's the
He's
barely?
agreeing with you. He's saying you
Oh, okay.
said that they barely. Um, but I think I agree with you. I think it's a possibility. I don't think it's too far fetched to say that they could become a wild card.
It's gonna be pretty it's gonna be a pretty good season. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got all the weapons, bro. We got all the weapons. The way Gino was out there doing his thing, Gino can run. And I ain't saying he gonna be out there a world beater,
He said
but he
9
gonna
wins for sure.
yep. And you know what? 9 in our division, because we got the hardest division.
Hmm.
So you got to think we got the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos. We got by far the best division, the best coaching division. We got
Yeah,
all the best coaches in our division. So even
yeah,
if we finish last in our division, the rest of the AFC got to keep up. So let's say all four from our division makes it. Then you got
mhm,
Baltimore, Buffalo. Who else? And who else? Baltimore, Buffalo. Because all four out of our division can go. Out of our conference can go. So then you
yeah,
put Baltimore, Buffalo, and who? What's that? 6. That's what we get. 6, right?
I think so. That I don't even know.
I mean, we can. I think we can definitely. Raiders got yeah. I think we can definitely get in there. And Genty, he gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Bowers is gonna be a problem. Uh, Trey Tucker gonna be a problem. Dante Thornton, I say by the middle of the season, at least by week 5 or 6, that's when he gonna start taking off, and he's gonna be a whole. You know, they call him DK Metcalf. That's our DK Metcalf. He gonna
Mm-hmm.
be a whole problem. So it's gonna be. Hey, I'm really over here thinking like, who let them clowns, man? Why them clowns come on here with that crap? That really
Man, ain't
irritated
nobody.
me right there. Yeah, that
I
irritated
see.
me.
Here's the thing, right? People, when you on the internet, can leave comments in the comments. They can leave comments on the live. Some people have nothing. That's their whole life. You understand? They don't have nothing other than to do, and their only purpose is to get a reaction. So what 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 fuels them is a reaction. You know what I mean? And what hurts them and makes them go back to their own miserable existence of nothing is giving them nothing.
And you
So
had a name like a Al Muhammad.
the reason I said don't even worry about that is because that's just the internet, and the internet ain't nothing. You feel me?
Hey,
Hey,
thank you for the view though.
yeah, like what's name said when they was breaking up the CDs, he was like, I don't care what they do with the motherfuckers, they
They
bought
paid
them,
for him, right?
they paid for them. Hey, shit, you spent your time to come on here, you know
Thank you.
what I mean, to make the views go up. But anyway, um, if you was to pick somebody before we get into our topics, if you was to pick right now somebody you think is going to go to the Super Bowl, who would you pick?
The Super Bowl.
Hmm.
It's too early for me to say. To say. I'm probably gonna put the Eagles back, and
The Eagles going back?
I think that I think they got the closest chance to going back. They got they team pretty much stayed intact, and then I think it's probably going to be. You know, I'm always going to be optimistic with the Raiders, but um, I don't know. If it ain't the Raiders, I would like to see Buffalo get there. The real Super Bowl I would like to see be the Niners and the Raiders. That would be the Super Bowl I want to see.
That'd be
Um,
great.
yeah, so we
I'm
can
gonna go
beat
with
their ass.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Baltimore going to the Super Bowl, and if not Baltimore, Buffalo.
Buffalo. I was gonna say
And I don't
Buffalo.
even like Buffalo, but I'm taking that out the way and just being realistic. I'm going with Baltimore because if I was picking between Baltimore and Buffalo, I like Baltimore better, and then Buffalo just because I think
I was
they
gonna
got.
say Buffalo, but Buffalo can't win. They can't win at that. They can't get past that final. They can't beat Kansas City. Like Patrick Mahomes got dude numbered, and Lamar he does everything it takes to get you there, but then they get there and they don't finish. They don't see it through, and that's how Kansas City don't even be real good through the season. Kansas City get good when they need to. They win the games that they need to win.
Now a sleeper team might be Cincinnati. Because
Absolutely
what you
not.
just said, Cincinnati, they be slow in the beginning, but if they can figure it out, but I don't really believe in Cincinnati. So, but
Uh,
I think Ravens because
yeah,
Lamar Jackson.
absolutely not with Cincinnati. Cincinnati never make it. Not
I
Cincinnati.
mean, they was just
They
in the
not
Super Bowl
they not
3 years.
good, bro. They a decent team, but they don't do nothing, bro. They look good like on some games, but they don't really be hitting on nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jamar Chase, yeah, but Joe Burrow,
Burrow.
that time when he beat Patrick Mahomes, man, he did that shit one time and he can't beat him again. I really can't just push Cincinnati and they not even paying their players, so I can't really push them up there. Baltimore and Buffalo is the ones you would want to see because they repeat offenders. But like I say, you know what I'm saying? The Chiefs is always a threat. I'm not, but right now they got Pete Carroll in that division right now, man. So listen, I'm not gonna sleep on what we can do. Pete Carroll said we came in and win right now. So all it takes is the ball to go our way. And the weapons we got right now, just keeping it solid. The way we played yesterday, our offense is gonna be the strength of our team this season. and
Yeah.
our defense has been the strength of our team for like the last 3 years. So when our offense get to finally catch up and pass the defense, and we got all the weapons, and this is the beauty of this shit, P, right here. All of our players are young. Brock
Yeah.
Bowers, year two. Michael Mayer, year three. Jameer White, year three. Aston Genty, year two. Trey Tucker, year three.
As a
Uh,
mentor, year one,
year one,
rookie
my bad,
year.
rookie. Geno Smith, 9 year vet, maybe longer than that, but he ain't been
But
playing all them seasons.
yeah, I was about to say, but he's a young 9 year vet, which is like the best of both worlds because he got all the everything that a
The
vet
knowledge and the
brings.
tools. Yep.
Yeah, but he had a couple years where he wasn't playing, and so this is like the resurgence of his career, and he's doing it with the same coach who gave him that opportunity to get back. So he's in a great situation, um, like he was when he came and took over for Russell Wilson. So shit, he might be in a better situation than Russell Wilson. As far as I'm talking about
Yeah.
team and what's called it in life, everybody is blessed, but I'm talking about as far as the NFL season goes.
Yeah. And Aiden O'Connell is garbage. I was rooting for him. I was pulling for him. We can push him out of there right now, expeditiously. He's horrible. We got the young dude, Cam Miller. Don't know what he brings to the table yet, but here's the beauty of our team. Because we're so young, and we got Geno Smith who can come in, who coming in, and he can kind of, you know what
Lead
I'm
the ship.
saying, lead it, but he can also make way for the next person. Just
Oh,
think of us
absolutely.
kind of like the Texans. Remember the Texans was putting all these pieces together. And then they
Yeah,
got CJ Stroud,
yeah,
all the pieces together. Like CJ Stroud, this year three for him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Get to grow with his team. The team get molded around. They put the veteran pieces around them, but enough young pieces that they can go together.
yeah.
That's why another team I think gonna be a sleeper team, the Jets. I
Mm,
don't think they're gonna go far, but I think they can sneak into the playoff if Justin Fields get himself right. They got enough running backs. They got the defensive coordinator back, not back, but he their head coach now. So I think they can be another sleeper team that go crazy. The team that I want to see get their ass whooped, or a player in particular, is the LA Rams. And
Nah.
I'll leave that alone. I'm not gonna mention
Oh, you
dude's
talking about?
name.
I know what you
I ain't
talking
gonna
about,
even mention his
man.
name,
I know what you
but
talking about. I know what
I
you
ain't gonna
talking
even
about.
mention his name. But
I know what you
that's the
talking about.
only
Shit,
one.
they might mess around and be a sleeper team. Anyway, uh,
No, Matthew Stafford hurt. They're gonna have Garoppolo as their quarterback.
that's
They're gonna have Garoppolo.
that's strange. But
Yeah.
I think the Raiders do have a chance to possibly sneak into the playoffs. But
Who number
um,
20? Are you talking about Kai?
oh yeah,
He number
yeah, you
28?
talking about? I think this season he's probably gonna be number 31. Uh, but his number is normally 28. But he making his way onto the team. So if he ain't 28 this year, next year he should be 28. But his that's his number. Yeah, that he usually wear. I think
Gotcha.
it'll be number 31 this year though. So we'll see. Um,
Come on.
somebody was talking about Shador. Are we off sports? You want to get to these questions? I know you said a quick one today. We 23
Yeah.
minutes in.
No, that's all good. Hey, Shador and the Browns are going. This gonna be the stupidest shit the Browns gonna do because the Browns got to cut a player. And Kevin Stefanski already came out and said, "I can't keep four quarterbacks." We already know they're gonna keep Joe Flacco. Kenny Pickett is garbage. Get him out of there. So the question is going to become: do y'all keep Dylan Gabriel, or do y'all keep Shador? Now, if I'm Shador, I would keep on showing out because this next game that they play, they're gonna play Gabriel and Shador. So this is the battle of who. If I'm Shador, I go out there, I bust their ass, and let them kick me off the team. Let them kick me off the team and send me to another team because really, the Browns owner came out and said, I didn't want you. So why even play? That's why they saying if you buy a Shador jersey, don't even buy the one from Cleveland. Buy it from one of these colleges that he was at. They saying buy it from Jackson State, but buy it from anyone because the Browns didn't want him. And you don't even know if he's going to play on the Browns. What should happen is the Browns should drop him and the Raiders should pick him up. I'm going to leave that right there.
I mean, that would be great for him to come behind Geno and also be under Brady's umbrella over there. But yeah, I think Makai is going to be number 31 this coming season. Indeed. Yeah. So Um, yeah, he was talking about the jersey sales and all that. I think wherever he gonna be supported. It ain't even it ain't even necessarily about the franchise in that matter. You know what I mean? It's people supporting him because man, I remember telling my OG partner that I play chess with. He moved to Texas now, but I remember asking him like, man, you ever seen Shador? This was about he was still at he had just got to Jackson State.
Mm.
I said, have you ever seen him like play? And he was like, nah. I'm like, man, you gotta watch him. I said, dude is actually a really good QB. Like he can really throw the ball. He really understands and has a pocket presence. He's not trying to run around. Like he's actually really a QB. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. And I wish I would have like, you know, put that out or something. But we was just playing chess, and I was telling him like, and the dude can just play the position. It ain't got. I mean, he's a QB. So whatever franchise gets him, they're actually getting a QB. A QB. If you look at him, forget about his name and who his dad is and all that. Like the kid actually is raw at the position of quarterback. He can actually throw the ball and play the position. And so it's and it's even crazier because his dad wasn't no QB. His dad was the complete opposite. So for him to be at the level he is of a QB, that's his own talent. That's a different talent than what he don't have uh, Coach Prime. He don't have Dion Speed and all that. He got his own gifted talent and work ethic that's something completely different outside of. You know what I mean? He damn near got his
Right.
mama genetics. You know what I mean? But but he's a solid QB. So you know he's super dope at the position. I believe he's a real talent. What we got, man?
I was just thinking about something you just said that. You ever watch I was watching I was just thinking about Dion and I was thinking about some situations that I'll be kind of going through that I'll be struggling with. You ever see matter of fact, I'm gonna use this example. Today I went for a walk at I went to Stone Mountain Park on a walk, right? I went to Stone Mountain Park on a walk. I ain't never walked up Stone Mountain, the mountain, but I did it today. And I wore my I wore a tank top. You know what I'm saying? Now around here or something, I can wear a tank top, but I'm really more of a let me put a t-shirt on kind of. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't really like going out with my arms because I may see like you buff. You know what I'm saying? You big buff dude. You know what I'm saying? So you may come out and just be hella buff, and I may be looking like, hey, I'm not going out there with my shirt off, and this dude got his shirt off out here looking like a damn bodybuilder. I'm over here looking like uh, twigs and sticks and shit. You know what I'm saying? you know. So I'm thinking shit like that, like comparing what somebody else got to what I got, not being appreciative of who I am and what I got. Then I start thinking, or I see a nice person drive a Range Rover or a Tesla or a Bentley, and I'll be like, damn. And I'm over here in this Beamer and shit, and y'all over here driving Bentley. I need to step my game up, shit like that. Idolizing what other people got. Then I start thinking, these motherfuckers go through the same shit we go through. They just probably did a little bit better. And I thought about Dion. Dion, they hate Dion for everything Dion does. Even back then, they hated Prime for playing two sport. They hated Prime when he came in dancing and high stepping and doing all the shit Prime do that made him Prime. They hated it. And they hate on his kids. Now that shit then passed on to his kids. And you be jealous of what another man accomplished, not even knowing what another man got to go through or a woman, right? Because look at Prime, look at Dion. All we know is Dion flashy show, but we just think of Dion as this immortal figure. This it's Dion,
Yeah.
but Dion then lost his toes on his foot.
Mhm.
He done had the stomach cancer where he got a colostomy bag on him now. You know what I'm saying? All the pain and then went through the stomach cancer and things like that. All the stuff that this man didn't go through. But all we see is the flash, the showboat, and we say, man, if I can be in his shoes, you know that what they saying, P? If I had your hands, I'd cut mine off.
Yeah.
We don't know what the rest of the body going through. We don't know what another person going through, but we
Or the
look at
mind.
what, huh?
Or the mind.
Or their mind. Or their
Mentally.
mind. We don't know what people go through, but we be so quick to want to swap places with somebody. Ooh, I
Mhm.
wish I had this. I wish I can do that. And shit is a bill. all cars can look nice on the outside. Not all of them do. All of them can look nice on the outside and be fucked up on the inside. You can't tell because you're on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get on the inside, the transmission light might be on, the check engine light might be on, the brakes might not work. But on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
this shit looking fancy and nice, and you wishing you had it
Yeah,
until you got to pay the price,
yeah.
until you pay the cost to be the boss. What they say, man, everybody want to be the boss, and everybody want to be the boss until they realize the boss eat last. Got to pay everybody
Funny,
else before you, huh?
funny though. Funny though. I don't even like wearing tank tops. I don't like going nowhere and like wearing tank tops or not wearing no shirt. I feel like I don't feel right. I don't like doing it. And so my lady always be like, why you don't? I don't even like wearing tank tops. You know what I mean? So you're right. You never know. Like some people might be like, oh shit, if I was you, I would never wear. And then
Right.
so you never know how a person feels about what they may have or what they, how they see it. So everybody has their own perception and it's their own reality, and you just got to be thankful and happy with what you have, and it's okay to be working towards a goal. You may be motivated by what you see. For instance, like I be seeing Floyd Mayweather, and I know a lot of people be like, saying whatever about Floyd, and Floyd be saying this is for motivation. And for me, that's how I take it. I'd be like, he talking to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he like I see it as motivation. I'm like, boy, yeah, you know what I mean? So sometimes, depending on how you look at it, it doesn't have to be like you're not happy with what you have. It's you're thankful for what you have, and you can have goals that you're working towards, and you can see sometimes, like when Jay Z say, "Show them how a nigga look when a nigga in a roaster." You know what I mean? That,
Mm-hmm.
like he said that in the song. He basically, for some people, it can be motivation to continue on your path that you own when you see that these things exist. Not that necessarily you're trying to be somebody else, but it can just be motivation for you to keep going in the way that you're going because their stories could be similar to yours. And when people who have a similar story to you have made it to a point and with work ethic that is similar to yours, it makes you say, hey, it's worth the battle. It's worth the time that I'm putting in to get here because these individuals have a story similar to mine. Now they may have reached it at a different time frame or whatever it may be, but it's okay for me to keep working towards my goals. Just like I see these individuals who kind of have a similar story.
Just what you said right there. The different times, we see people doing certain things, and we wish we try to jump past. What you told me that story Deshante told you way back in there, like, P, slow
Yeah,
down, because
yeah.
you trying to, man, you want to hurry
That's
up
your
and get
life.
through the
That's
day,
your life.
but that's
Yeah,
your life. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like, and we
your
want to
life.
skip past the moments because we see
Yeah,
somebody else doing something. We see somebody else somewhere else in life. Like me, I was having a discussion the other day as to why I don't get to travel and do all the things that other people do. And to me, it's a lot of people like me, who don't travel as much and don't go on all the vacations and all the things like that. And they can feel some kind of way like, damn, I'll never do nothing. And somebody may say, damn, you don't never do nothing. One
mm-hmm,
person tried to throw it in my face. Damn, I'd have been everywhere. You ain't been nowhere. And
mm-hmm,
I was sitting over here thinking, like, damn, motherfucker, you ain't got to tell me the shit I know. It ain't that I don't want to go places. It ain't that I don't want to do it. But when you in this, here we go. When you stuck in survivor mode, when you grew up in survivor mode,
mm-hmm,
we don't know how, I don't necessarily know how to transition
mm-hmm.
to living mode. You know what I'm saying? To fuck surviving, let me live and thrive. You know what I'm saying? How do you transition from surviving to thriving? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And what's the time limit on it? Because reality is most people that become successful in life hit it at the age that we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
40 and 50. That's the most millionaires and billionaires. These motherfuckers didn't become millionaires and billionaires until they got into their 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Some in their 60s. Colonel Sanders didn't give you Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was like 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So how do we, that's gonna be my question to you, P. How do we go from from surviving to
Surviving.
thriving?
One thing though, it's people who have gone all over the place and been to all these places and all these exotic places, and they post it on
Mm,
their Instagram, and they be like, oh, they got stamps on their passport. However, they did that with, you know, hella people staying in sharing one hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Mm,
all went in on one hotel room, but also more importantly, is priorities, right? Some people priorities is just to say that,
mm,
but but you own a home,
right,
and you were a homeowner well before you was in your 40s.
right.
Priorities, right? You take care of your children. Priorities. You know what I
Right.
mean? So now I put my son through private school.
Come on.
No what you call it? It wasn't free. I paid for it.
Right.
I paid for it. You know what I mean? Me. I paid for it out my pocket. You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
Not knowing how I would pay for it when he went to the school, but I just knew I was going to. You know what I mean? So priorities is I could have that same money I spent on the school. I could have had a Bentley. I could have took hella trips and did all kind of stuff. But priorities. So you have to think about things and your priorities. Some people priority is driving a Bentley, but being a roommate somewhere or living with somebody else. Or some people priorities is showcasing like taking trips. You know what I mean? But they live in situation or they priorities of like actually what matters in life, that's their priority. You know what I mean? So priorities is very important. So when I see the things that I've chosen to do, I see it as what was my priority versus things that are nice and great and fun, but I got priorities. I got things that I have to prioritize, and I have to handle those things. And so for me, that's thriving. I'm
Mm,
thriving because I'm taking care of my responsibilities. I'm
right.
thriving because I was able to do what is needed to be done for those who I provide for. So
Right. I see Flo said take fear out the equation and you'll start thriving. But you got to elaborate on that for me because where's the fear when you got to prioritize? Like that's, you know, I don't think it's fear in surviving. I think, or maybe it is, right? Because surviving means I'm afraid to not have or afraid to go without. But also, I don't think that, I think the fear, here we go. I think the fear is the motivation in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I think the fear of not having, or the fear of being feeling inadequate, I guess, in a sense, is the motivation that pushes you to say, let me keep on going. Let me be able to, because hey, if your son said, Dad, I gotta go, I'm going to this school, or I want to go to this private school, and you to have it, you know what I'm saying? Or how do I make this happen? Or he maybe he won't get to the college. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, it pushes you. It's a little bit how what happens when I can't? What happens when I can't do it? And I think that's the fear that, for me, I think is a fuel. You know what I'm saying? Use that fear. If it's even a fear. I don't know if it's just a fear or a motivation. I think it's more so motiv- motivation of a sense. I think I don't want to go back to eating, waiting on nobody to give me sandwiches and feed me sandwiches. I don't want to. I don't want to wait for somebody to come hand me something for me to be able to say this is cool. I don't want to be 20 people in a hotel room and we all got to wait for the next people to leave out for us to take pictures and look like we eating good. I don't want to have to be sharing a plate or we all at dinner and we eating big plates, but then when it's time for the bill to come, we looking like who got it. I don't want to do that, or we all got to chip in. If I say, hey P, hey, come eat with me, bring the family with me. I want to be able to say, bro, don't worry about it. It's on me, bro. It's good. If I invited you, we gonna take. This is the motivation that we look for. You know what I'm saying? How can I be better? How can I better myself and keep on pushing? But I'm always in survival mode, and I guess all hustlers is in survival mode. I guess that's what makes us the hustle. That's the make us the hustle. We want to have it. No.
what's and your standards of what thriving is also, because thriving, KC, for
Mm-hmm.
some individuals could be exactly where you are today.
Come on. Come on.
Exactly where you are today with what you are calling surviving would be considered thriving for some individuals. They would be
Mm.
highly celebrated. But your standards of where you see yourself going to is and what you have to do to continue to keep what you have is why we see it as surviving. But
Mm.
if another person who had never been in those type of situations, they don't have a home that they own or a BMW, and this is not a put down, this is just the reality. They accomplished those
Mm.
things, they are now thriving. You they see you as thriving, right?
Mm.
When we're in it ourselves, we see it as surviving. And this is what you were just talking about when you say you can look at people, but you don't know what they really going through.
Mm.
You just like you yourself, you say you surviving. When that person that you see and you be like, even like a Floyd Mayweather, I say, man, I motivate. He could be surviving.
Right.
You know what he got to survive and go through to continue to level up or maintain the level that he's at. But for me, at that level, it would be thriving until
Right.
you get there and
Until
figure
you
out
get
what
there.
it takes to survive the shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's also your standards that you hold yourself to.
Mm.
It's also what you have accomplished and what you look to accomplish. It's your own judgment. Nobody else's matter,
Mm. Come
right?
on.
So, um, yeah, when you say that, you're putting yourself at a higher standard, and that's why it always seems like you're working towards something because you hold yourself to a standard that you expect more of yourself because you can see yourself accomplishing more.
Mm.
Everybody can't see themselves accomplishing more.
Mm.
You understand? Everybody not
Right.
wired to think that they deserve to have more, nor are they willing to work to get more, nor do they believe that they can accomplish more. They
Mm.
think that what it is what it is, and somebody needs to give them something. They think that what it is what it is, and they're somebody did them wrong. You know what I mean? They've been wrong or whatever it is. But when you hold
Mm.
yourself to a higher standard, you already thriving because of your self standards.
Mm. So in other words, thriving and surviving is really the same thing.
You could thrive and then you gotta survive. Shit, you gotta be able to survive to thrive.
Because you got to be able, whatever you got to be able to
You got
keep it.
to be able to keep it, and that's
And
surviving. But I understand what you say, like just surviving only, or with the
right,
bare minimum,
right,
barely having, barely making it. Yeah,
right,
and but where you barely making it at is a lot different than where some other people might barely be making it at.
right. Yeah,
You understand?
right,
When you
right,
surviving and you barely making it right here where you at, shit, it's a whole lot. It's levels.
right. Come on.
It's levels. You might be surviving and barely making it right here, but this a level up from where you could, where you know what I'm saying, where you came
Mm.
from.
Right. Five
It's a
levels up.
level up from what you've seen
Come
in
on.
your lifetime. You
Yeah.
know what it looked like. You know what these levels look like for sure.
Right.
So yeah, you might be surviving at the level that you at, but my nigga, shit, you made it to that level to be in a position to survive
Mm.
because what you survived to get there.
Mm. Mm. You preaching right there, but it's so hard. It gets harder and harder, and that the levels is because we
Mm,
get to a level, and once we get to a level, again, it's so hard to keep the shit. It's so hard to keep it. But the fucked up part is because we stuck here. We here on this level. We want to. What else can I do? What else
yeah.
can how do I grow this? So now we need to keep on trying to elevate. You keep trying to elevate, but by trying to elevate, you still got to take care of everything that's on this level. Create enough opportunity for yourself to get to the next level and maintain what you're already doing and maintain at the next level. And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have, and it's so important to have a good foundation. Let me say, I think is it better to have a better team, a good team around you, and a good foundation, or a good mind, a good mental part? Because mentally, you got to be prepared to do this shit by yourself. But in actuality, you need a team. You only can go so far by yourself. But with the right people around you and the right people, because I don't know everything. I don't know everything. And I don't know what I don't know until I know I don't know it. And if I got somebody around me who knows what I don't know, then that can help me get to that level a little bit quicker. But I don't know what I don't know because I don't know it. I think I know enough, but I don't know shit about the next level. I know about the level that I passed.
Mhm.
I know about the level that I'm on, but I don't know about the level that's in front of me that I'm trying to get to because I ain't never been there. So
And that
which one is
next,
more important? The group?
but the next
Go
level
ahead.
might be the next level. See, when you get to a certain level and you feel like it's hard to get past that level, that might be
Mm-hmm.
because the next level is building a team.
Mm.
You understand?
I think that is true.
Now you're at the point to where you have to build a team. And scaling up is called scaling up. Scaling up is one of the hardest things to do in this world. To build a team of individuals and scale up uh, a idea, scale up a business, scale up a hustle, scale up an operation. To scale up and build and lead people and also be part of something where, because it's not always knowing the next level, it's also knowing every angle within the level that you at.
Mm.
These different elements within the level that you at. And the way you might be doing something, somebody might come along and be like, hey, you could do it like this. And that
Mm.
little thing right there might be like, for real? And they can then take it and mold it and make it their thing. And you don't have to handle everything. So scaling up could be the level. And when you get to a certain level, you'll realize that that's what you'll identify it. And it's one
Mm.
of the hardest things to do. It's even
Yep.
harder than pushing yourself because when you pushing yourself, it's you.
Right.
But now when you gotta find individuals and bring individuals to push with you, that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
But when it's done, it's very rewarding.
Mom say set goals. I always had a goal. Like it's always a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always the. It's like all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? You let me get to this next one. But the hard part is always like I like what you just said right there, Pete. The next level may be where you at because God opened doors for you. Mom says you and you never alone. You got God with you, right? And there's so many doors that God open. When they say when God closes one door, He'll know He'll open the window or He'll open another one. It's a lot of doors God got for you. The problem is not all versions of me is ready to walk through all doors. So just like you just said right there, Pete, the next level may be building a team. It may be because I can't walk through this next door that God got for me unless I got my team with me. And He's saying right now, in this moment, yeah, it's gonna be rough because you got to get past this level. But in order for you to get past this, you need to find the right pieces. You have to put the right pieces around you because some damn the things that's holding you back is you. You holding your own self back because you're not allowing the other pieces. Because a lot of times, as an entrepreneur, we want to be the manager, the seller, because hey, if I can do it by myself, that's more less money I got to put out. But if I get five more people, that's five more people helping generate revenue. That's five times the income that I just had. So yeah, I got to push some out. But guess what? My profit just increased by five times. But you don't think about that short sighted because you thinking I got to give more money out.
Mhm.
But shit, if you was making 1,000, you went from 1,000 to 6,000. Yeah, you might got
Everybody
to
eats,
push out
G.
everybody eating. You might only bring your profit might only been $100, but now you got five other people. That now your
Mhm,
profit then went up to let's say $600, maybe even 1,100.
mhm,
Hey, that's better than what you was getting with that five, that one. And so
mhm.
it just that could be the test right there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, knowing the level that you on and knowing the assignment, knowing the assignment. I like what you said there. I know we ain't gonna be here long, Pete, but we had some topics. Or do you want to save it until we got the guest on?
Man, get the hell out of here.
The main thing is to also pray, praise, and be thankful and be grateful every level you are allowed to accomplish. I pray so much. I pray so much. I've been seeing blessings coming on top of blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings that don't even seem like blessings, but I recognize that they are blessings. I I think I've been becoming a mechanic lately. I ain't never worked on nothing. And I've been training transmissions. And somebody said, well, what if that's the path he putting you on? I said, well, damn, that can't be that. I know I ain't no mechanic shit because I didn't want to get up under the truck in the first place. I'm up I'm up under here looking like I'm going on a to a hazmat unit or something. I got the whole mask on and up under here thinking I'm damn. I don't think that's my path, but you never know. You never
Yeah.
know what he's doing. Maybe he just putting people around me to teach me. I don't know. But I know we ain't gonna be here too much longer. But I got this question for you.
Mhm. Damn, that went by quick.
Yeah, it did. All right. I ain't gonna ask that one. I'm gonna ask this one for the women in the comments. As men, we normalize our mental health. We normalize our mental health, and we kind of keep it secret. We don't say too much. We kind of go through our journeys alone, like pretty much like we were just talking about. We go through our own shit, and we don't want nobody to know. But what we don't do a lot of times, we don't come to our women or to women in general. They ain't gotta be our women. We don't come to the woman and really ask, "How's your mental health?" Y'all deal with a lot too. Y'all go to work and y'all deal with a lot of bull crap. Y'all got a lot of times. A lot of women are the head of the households. You know, the breadwinners. You know, deal with the cheating, the beatings, the leeching, the kids, the daycares, the all the stuff. But we never ask y'all, how are y'all doing? We give y'all this moniker of the angry black woman. Y'all get this moniker, all black women are angry. But we never ask you, how are you mentally? Are you going through PTSD? Are you going through depression? How can we help you? How can I help you? And I know it just sounded hella simple. Maybe that's the answer. But how would y'all say we position that to y'all? How do we come up to you? Hey, baby, how you doing? How you mental? You good? Like, so
So,
y'all answer.
so,
Go ahead.
so KC, we was talking, and we was coming up with our questions, and the way KC gave a question when we was on the phone, it was something like, I see what you got right here, but it was basically, you know, and I do this thing called Amongst Men, with Zoe. Shout out to Zoe. Um, we do it like once a month. But one of the things that has come up a lot is like men's mental health and men when they want to express themselves and what they're going through. That it's a lot of men who say, I don't know nothing about it. I'm not talking about me, but I heard this actually in the one of our amongst men's meetings, and I was like, oh, it's a real thing. I thought it was just, but that they feel like women uh, talk about them, or they call them soft, or they're rejected. It's not accepted. They tell them they need to man up, right? And then there's the other part of it where, like what KC was just talking about, where women feel like they're being bombarded all of a sudden with this need to be there for men's mental health and their emotions, and that men are telling them you need to be more supportive, and it becomes like it becomes counterproductive of what it should be. And so what KC said is, you know, as men, our mental health is often ignored, but as men, should we normalize going to our women and asking them about their mental health? And when KC posed that question, again, the question being, as men, it seems that, you know, it's often portrayed that men's mental health is ignored. But as men, should we go into asking our women about their mental health? And when he said that, I was like, that question is actually the answer.
Mm.
For a person, for a man who feels like they want to have an open discussion and they want to be able to start to talk about mental health with their woman, the answer to it is probably going to the woman first. and seeing where she is, being asking where she is, and opening the door for that type of conversation. That is definitely a way that you can have a more um, have a better conversation and not just sound like you're like you was just saying, portraying just putting all this stuff on a woman, and then it's like, oh, they the angry person, or they're this and that. See where they're at, and then they begin to talk and share, and then you can share and talk, and you're actually,
Mm.
that's chess, right? We play chess. We make this move so that a person make a move that we wanted them to make anyway, right? So if you really want to talk about your mental health to your significant other or someone close to you, maybe you should ask them about theirs first, and
Mm.
then see where that conversation leads, because it might just be the door to opening a healthy conversation about something that was on your mind and your heart in the first place. So I think your question is actually an answer for individuals who do have that issue, male and female.
Hey, and we're gonna say the rest of the topics till we get back on Wednesday. See, today was a Sunday, and y'all don't even get Sundays that often, but we came, we saw, we had a little troll in the beginning, maybe two of them, but P handled
You don't
those.
go back to
He handled
that.
those professionally. He handled them a lot better than I would have liked to have handled them, but he did a
Oh.
good job on. He did a good job on them, and hey man, we here. We here. It's gonna be a good week. 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 We got standards, we got expectations, and we moving forward with with our manifestations and our motivations. And and guess what? The mother the Raiders play on Thursday against Arizona. We ain't win not a preseason game yet. We ain't won not a preseason game yet. We tied the first one and we lost the second one. We can lose the next one too. Don't even matter because none of them count. But when that regular season come,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm a Raider, an Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas, because
They
I'm a
spoke that into
player,
existence,
the
didn't they?
Oakland Raider. Huh?
They
Man,
spoke
come
that
on.
into existence from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Las Vegas
Hey,
was the
man.
only place that the Raiders hadn't played yet.
And now they there, and we finna win there too. And what's gonna make this? It's gonna be bittersweet because we gonna win a Super Bowl in Vegas. We
It's
gonna
gonna
win a
count for
Super
the
Bowl in
fans.
Vegas. It better. Because I'm trying to think, did we win one in Oakland? Or we just won two in LA, three in LA? It don't even
Oh
matter.
man, that's a
As
good
long as we
question.
win, it's the Raiders. It don't matter. But hey, let's get up out of here. We did a good hour, and hopefully we got a guest next week. That's gonna be
We
real
we
big.
we'll have a guest. I don't know who the guest is going to be, but
Yeah,
we will
yeah,
have
yeah,
a guest.
yeah, yeah.
Who-
Hopefully.
I know the guest that you were talking about, but it may
Yeah,
be, I
yeah.
don't
It don't
know,
matter. I'm gonna save these questions for that guest.
or any guest that we may have, because there ain't no
Yeah,
telling who our
yeah.
guest
I'm just saying. No. We got questions for other guests. These questions, these questions are for a particular guest.
is. I think the questions are just questions.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think the questions are just questions, and we'll run through them next week. That's a good suspenseful way to have you tune in to next week to see what these questions are.
Don't even matter. Because if they ain't the right guest, I ain't gonna ask
You gonna ask them.
them. I know
I
you
got the
got
questions.
them.
I got the questions right here too. You know, you normally ask the questions. I got them right
I
here. I
know
can
you.
shoot them off.
Hey,
What you gonna
you're
be
gonna be
like?
asking
Next question. I ain't got nothing. You gonna be sitting there with the stone face.
like this.
I don't know what. I don't know what he talking about, y'all. That question
Hey,
don't
don't
even make
worry about it. Yeah,
sense.
right. Let's go to the next question.
Next
Hey,
question,
man,
please.
listen. It was a beautiful day, man. Hey, Pete, that was a good hour, man. Good shot. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming on today.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you
To
come
tell another
again.
friend.
And make sure, hey, make sure you subscribe so you know when the notifications is going off. We probably will hit y'all on a Wednesday. Like I said, once we get that chat up, we doing some giveaways. So bring a friend with you next time. And if you got something that you would like us to discuss, you got a question, because these questions is ours authentically. But if you got a question for us, let us know, and we'll bring it
Hey,
to the channel.
and y'all don't even know. Me and Pete, we be sitting over here texting. Hey, what about this question? He'll text me a question. What about this one? And I'll be like, it ponders me. Well, what about this? And then he'll go, what about this? And then like 30 minutes later, he'll be like, do-do-do. Be like, oh, good question. What about this? Do-do. And then we're like, we're gonna bring that to the chat. And then we get here and we don't mention none of it.
We always end that loud. We start talking about something, and then that just goes. And we got 30 questions, and we got a lot of firepower though.
That did that. We ain't even asked y'all yet. But guess what? It don't matter because as we grow, y'all grow. So let's do it, man. So until Wednesday, because we're gonna be on Wednesday, and that's a for sure.
We're gonna be on Wednesday. You
We're
heard it
gonna
here
be on
first. So make
Wednesday.
sure you got
Yeah.
it locked in for Wednesday at 6 p.m. because we plan on seeing y'all then. And we appreciate y'all rocking with us for this quick episode of No
Yeah.
Cap Live. We'll see you on the next one. We out of here.
In a minute, brother.
All
Yeah. I still don't know how to turn this one off though.
right.